Hello everyone. Welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner. Today I have a adorable little treat box. It's been a while since I think we've done a box, so I'm glad to get back to the fun 3D items. I know you guys love them, so we are making this adorable little treat box. I'm going to show you what's inside in just a minute. Last week, if you missed it, I went over tons of new products and lots of new colors. I did a whole color comparison last week. So if you missed last week's Facebook Live, you can either scroll back through my Facebook page or it's on YouTube. You can find it there too. But if you're looking for some sneak peeks of new products and some new colors, make sure you check back there. Now, stay tuned to the very end of the video because I'm going to share a few projects that I've been working on. I've been working up a storm, and I'm getting classes planned. I'm doing some swaps and all of that, but I have some other projects that are not class related or swap related. They're just going to go up on my blog, but I'm going to share them with you with some new stuff. So stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to show you some sneak peeks of some of those products that I shared in last week's video in project form, because I know it's funner to see a completed project, right? So we'll do that at the very end, so make sure you stick around. If you are shopping this month, these two catalogs are still available, or what's left of them. So much has already sold out of them. Things that are retiring have been selling out left and right. It's crazy. If you go to my online store, shop for what you want. If you have items on your wish list from either of these catalogs, check my online store. If they're still available, they will be in the online store. If they are retiring, they will be listed as a retiring product. And if they are discounted, you'll also see that discounted price as well. So shop these two catalogs through May 1st. Both of these will go through May 1st. And then our new catalog comes out May 2nd. If you are shopping, please, please, please be patient. Shipping is very much delayed right now. There's just huge amounts of orders came in on April 4th, which was the start of that retired sale. It was also the day that demonstrators could pre-order. So there's just been a huge amount of orders coming in. And in the days following as well, there's been a massive amount of orders. So please, please just be patient. They are working to get those orders out as quickly as possible, but patience is the key. If you are shopping this month, this is my April host code. So you can shop using this host code. All orders receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order's over $50 or more using the host code, you will receive that make and take kit. If your order's over $150, don't use the host code. You're still going to get that make and take kit. You're still going to get that PDF, but you're also going to get Stampin' Rewards. So orders over $150, don't use the host code. All other orders under $150, please use that host code. If you don't use the host code, I'm going to assume that maybe you don't want the make and take. So please, please, please use that host code. It's very important. That host code is in the video description, so you can check that out there too. This is our new catalog. I'm so excited. I got mine spiral bound, and I get questions about this all the time. How do you get a spiral bound? Where do you get a spiral bound? I go to Staples, just our local Staples, and they do it, and it's normally just a few dollars. It's not very expensive at all. I always get a clear cover on mine too. So I get a clear front and back cover. I can't show you the inside, but I have a clear front and back cover on my catalog. And that's just, it's a small little fee on top of that, but it really protects the catalog front and back. So I always get mine spiral bound and colored, and then I can open them up. I'll show you with this one. Then I can open them up and I can lay them flat. It's easier for class planning. I can flip them around, so I can do whatever I need to do to with these. So it's very affordable. I like to get mine bound, and you can see I have the cover on this one too, and it just keeps those covers nice and from getting beat up. I mean, you can tell this one's been banged around and beat up. So, but I always get questions on that. Where do I get my spiral bound? How do I get it spiral bound? So I go to Staples. Other places will do it, like Office Max. They'll do it as well. I think Kinko's might do it. So just check with your local copy center. Any copy center should be able to do it. And then just ask for it to be spiral bound. And then if you want that front and back cover, you can get that as well. I don't do that myself. I always tell people I don't do that myself. I know some demonstrators have those machines that do it. That's not me. I don't do that myself, but it's a good investment, especially it's under like $10. It's like $6 or $7. So it's a good investment for the catalog that's going to be the year catalog that's going to last a whole year. So I always get it done. All right, guys, this is what we're making today. I'm going to show you what's inside. Now, I don't know if I even want to take this off because getting it back on means I'm going to have to tie another bow, and we all know what that's going to be like. So you know what? I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to just let my recipient take it off, and I will just show you the one we have in the second box, okay? For our second box. So inside, look, my bow was so perfect. I know because it's on video, it's not perfect anymore. So inside this sweet little box, I have these. These are little Vaseline Lip Therapy Tins. So I got mine at Target. They're just in like the cosmetic section. Excuse me. They're pretty affordable. So you can, if you're doing like a bridal shower, I think this would be perfect for like a little bridal shower gift. Maybe like a small bridal shower. If you're doing like 50 of these, I'm not sure I would include this, but if you're doing a very small bridal shower, maybe just for the bridal party or something, I think this would be a really cute gift. You can always customize the colors. I took the colors directly from this little package. So it's like this super light pink, black, and gold. So that is what I ran with. And this is what we're going to use. So this is what we're going to make. We're going to put that little tin inside. So let's go ahead and start with the actual box. So I'm using basic black. And you're going to need a piece that is 7 by 4 3/4. Let's get our Simply scored out. And we're going to get that all scored up. We're using some brand new colors. So the new colors are the only things that you, well, we're using some brand new DSP too, but those are the only things that are not available right now in my online store. Anything else in this project that we're making today, you can purchase in my online store. Okay, on the short side, 4 3/4 side, we're going to score it at 1, at 1 1/2, and at 3 3/4. Now don't worry about writing any of these measurements down. They're all in the video description, so you can check those out, and they'll be posted on my blog in just a little while. On the 7-inch side, we're going to score at 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 5 1/2, and 6 1/2. Okay, so move this out of the way. I'm going to put that away before I knock something down. Grab your bone folder. Your bone folder is key to making boxes. I've said this before, bone folders are that magic tool. They make all of your lines crisp and make it look super professional. So just give everything a good burnish. There's 2 lines up here. They're only 1/2 inch apart, so just take your time, be careful. All right, now the top is the side that has the 2 lines because we should have folded it like this. It's going to fold in like this, so you can see on that box, the top. So it kind of folds in like that. So that's how you're gonna score this and fold it. Again, the top is the one with the 2 score lines. So let's start on the bottom. Let's cut some of these away. There's a 1/2 inch tab here. I'm going to flip this over. It's easier for me to see on that line with the score. So on the bottom, we're going to cut out this score line. I'm just going to angle this little edge just a little bit. This is going to be our glue tab. So just angle that just a tiny bit. And then all along the bottom, we're going to cut straight up the rectangles. And then we're going to notch in on the little square tabs. So fold up your little square tabs out of the way, and then just go in and notch those in. These are going to just be hidden inside the box. Nobody's ever going to see them. Don't worry about making those perfect. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So that is the bottom all trimmed up. And we're basically going to do the same thing with the top. So cut straight up those, let me flip it back this way. Cut straight up the rectangles. Okay. Straight up the rectangles. These little tabs, we're going to come back to those in just a minute, but just cut straight up the rectangles. I made this box a while ago, so I'm trying to recreate those steps in my head, and I'm like, am I doing this right? I'm cut in on that, past the second score line on the glue tab. I just notched in a little bit, and then we're just going to cut these little 1/2 inch tabs out. All right, fold these big ones out of the way, And all we're going to do is cut these off just so you have a little tab, okay? I'll come this way. I'm all thumbs today. I haven't made a box in a while. I made this one a while ago, and just the black part kind of sat on my desk, and I was like, well, I'm not sure, because I really wanted to match these colors, and like the pinks we had just weren't working. So when I saw the new colors coming in the color refresh, I was like, well, I'm gonna wait until I have that new bubble bath, because that's gonna be perfect. And it was, it's perfect. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So I cut off that extra piece. I cut this piece off here, and then I just notched in on those little tabs. So I hope you can see. So this is what we are left with so far. And we are going to do some partial die cutting to get this little scalloped border. You guys see that fun scalloped border? So we're going to do some partial die cutting to get that scalloped border. Now there's a couple other ways. If you don't want to do partial die cutting, I get it. It's kind of finicky. So if you don't want to do it, that's fine. If you have a scalloped border die, you can use that. And just some scallop border dies that we have this one from the Scallop Contours dies. This one will work. I thought it was a little, the scallops were too wide, they're too big, but that one will work. But also coming in the new catalog in the Zany Zoo dies, there is this wonderful little scalloped die. So you could use that one. I think that one would be perfect. So if you have this one, or if you plan on getting it, you can use this one. But we are going to use one of the scalloped rectangles from the Scallop Contours die. So that's the same one with that big border. We're going to use one of the rectangles from that one. I like the closeness of these scallops, and it leaves a little stitched edge. So that's why I'm choosing this one. But again, if you have a different, or even if you have a like a punch, a border punch, you can use that as well. Okay, I'm going to pull out my cut and emboss machine. I know we're really close. It's pretty big. Bear with me for this one. We're going to do some partial die cutting. So I am going to use some Post-it notes, and let's see, we're going to have to do this one at a time. So I'm going to fold in one of them, and then we're going to lay this down just so that there is only one of these little flaps pointed up. I'm going to position my die right along the top edge there. I'm going to use some Post-it tape to hold it down. Okay, now the top plate is crucial to where you want this to cut. So I am just going to just kind of line up the edge of that plate with the edge of that die. I know my light is giving a little bit of glare, but I'm just going to line up the edge of that plate with the edge of the die. And then we're just going to run this through, okay? And the only part that's going to cut is the part where the two plates overlap each other, okay? I'm going to pull this off, and you have that scallop border die. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to fold this down, fold that down, fold it in half, pull this up, pull that one off, and we're just going to line up just kind of about the same distance there. There we go. And we're going to place our top plate on top. We're only going to cover up that top part of that die. Cover up my light again so you can see. The plate ends right here, right where that die, the bottom of that scallop. So I'm going to run this through. All right, and there we go. So let me get all of this out of the way. Let's move our machine. And get our plates out of the way. And you have, this is what your box should look like now. So you have little scallop toppers. So it's a great way to get that scallop top if you don't have a scallop die, or if you just don't have the right scallop die. I know sometimes we want that, I wanted the closer scallop. So it's partial die cutting. It's a good way to get those exactly what you want. Okay, let's assemble this thing. I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus. This is our super strong adhesive. So on the outside of that 1/2 inch tab, I'm going to add glue, and then I'm going to add some on the inside of the front tab, and then on these two tabs on the the rectangle tabs or the square tabs on the side. So let's start with our side tab here. I'm going to line that up. Line up the score lines on the top and the bottom. Okay, now we're going to fold in the back first. Then we're going to fold in those two side ones, and then the front one's going to fold up like that. Okay, so all your seams are on the back. All right, so this is our little box. Isn't that cute? So drop your little Vaseline gift in there. It fits perfectly. So this box is about 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 by 1. So lots of other treats will fit in there as well. So, and then this will just fold up just like that. Fold down. The little tabs got folded in, and then this just folds up just like that. Isn't that cute? All right, let's get this thing tied up. Now, if you didn't want to tie it up with ribbon or thread or anything, you could use a little clip. You could use even like a little Velcro dot to hold it closed. That would be fine. I am using, this is our Simply Elegant trim. This is carrying on to the next catalog. I'm so glad. Comes in silver and gold. We're using the gold one. And we're just going to, I'm going to wrap this around twice. This. And we're just going to tie this up. I'm going to tie mine in a knot first. Normally I don't like to make it so hard for my recipients to get into these little gifts, but this Simply Elegant trim, it just didn't want to stay tied without that knot. So get it tied up with that knot, and then you can tie your bow. And we'll see how this goes. I love the Simply Elegant trim, but sometimes it's just a little bit finicky. So sometimes you just have to finagle it. Okay, I think that's good. We'll just cut the end off of that, and I'm just going to stick this back in here. We'll put it away. All right, and that's our box pretty much. Now, how you decorate it from here is up to you, but this is our box. Isn't that cute? It's such a cute little, unique little topper. It's very, very cute. Okay, let's do our stamping. So I'm using the Pansy Patch Bundle. This is in the annual catalog. This is carrying on. This is another great, great bundle. I believe in the next catalog, the dies and the stamp set will be sold separately. Don't quote me on that though. But I'm pretty sure that they will be sold separately. But that's what we're using, the stamp set and the dies. So let's do some stamping. I told you guys we're going to do some new colors. So grab a scrap piece of white. And I am going to pull out my Stampin' Pierce mat because this is a photopolymer stamp set. All right. First up, we have, oh, you know what? I wanted to do the darker ones first. Let's do Fresh Freesia first. This is not a new color. But this one is carrying into our core color line. This one was slated for retirement, but it's going to carry over now. I like to start with my darker color first. I find it easier to line up my lighter colors that way. So Fresh Freesia, we're going to stamp the little kind of outside of the pansy. We need 2 of those. Okay. And then we're going to come back and do the inside part because we really can't do that without lining it up. So, all right, Bubble Bath. This is our new kind of pink purple. If you pair it up with pinks, it looks very pinky. If you pair it up with purples, it takes on kind of a lavender tone. So it's one of those like fun chameleon colors. It can really be anything. So we're going to line this up. I'm going to do this as best as I can with the camera overhead. So pretty together, Fresh Freesia and Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath will be available for purchase on May 2nd, or if you love these new colors, you can put them in your starter kit today. You can join my team, add them in your starter kit, and you'll be set to go. All right, now we're going to come in with that center of the, and we're going to use Fresh Freesia. I'm going to try to line these up. And there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. This is one of my favorite stamp sets. I just love the layers you can get. I always have to Google pansies. I always want to find good color combinations for pansies. So the center is another brand new color. This is Lemon Lolly. We're just going to do the center, just that very center. This color is gorgeous. This is my new favorite yellow. There's a good chance this is probably going to be the only yellow I use from here on out. I just love it. It's so perfect. All right, and finally, we're going to use some Lemon Lime Twist. You might remember this one. This is a returning end color, but it is so much fun. So we're going to stamp the leaves. I'm going to stamp the detail piece first. the darker one. And then I'm going to come in, I have some scratch paper here, and I'm going to stamp this off just so we can get a lighter outline. Stamp it off. And there we go. That is all of our stamping. Gorgeous, right? So pretty. So, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Through the magic of television, I already have die cut them, but you'll want to die cut them. So you have 2 of those flowers and 2 of the leaves, and those are ready to go. We do need to do one more bit of stamping, so let's do that. I have my Versamark ink, and I have a banner that I have already die cut from, what is this, Basic Black. How could I forget the name of Basic Black? Because I've already die cut this from Basic Black Cardstock. The dies that I use for that, these are the stylish shapes dies. I use the banner dies for this. And the circle we're going to use for our box is also from these dies too. So those are good dies to have. So we're going to do some heat embossing on this. So I'm going to take my embossing buddy. You can get this in the embossing toolkit. I'm just going to swipe it. That's going to help us keep the white embossing powder only on the stamped parts, which is important, especially with black cardstock. Otherwise it looks like it's kind of snowing. So I have the greeting. It says, "Love you much." I'm inking it up in Versamark, and I'm going to have to pull this down just a little bit so I can get it. I don't have another one of these ready to go, so if I get the stamping off on this one, then we're going to have to just go with it. Okay, so let's grab our white embossing powder. I keep mine in little containers because I use them so much. I'm going to grab my little tweezers from my embossing toolkit as well, just to hold it in place. And we're just going to sprinkle that on and tap any excess off. All right, isn't that fun? I just love that bold, that pop of white on the black. Make sure that you clean up your embossing powder before you bring in the heat tool. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a little embossing powder volcano. Ask me how I know that. All right, because I've already die cut this one, I'm going to use the tweezers to hold it while I heat it up. If you were doing this on a larger piece of paper, if you were stamping it before die cutting, you can do it on a large piece of paper to protect your hands. But I'm going to use the tweezers so that I don't burn my fingers. I am letting my heat tool get nice and hot before I bring it to my paper. That's going to prevent a lot of the warping. So I just heat it up for about 20 to 30 seconds off to the side, and then bring it to your project. And watch the magic. It will go from a powder to a glossy white right before your eyes. It's just magical. So pretty. Embossing was one of the very first techniques that I learned. And when I first started stamping a long time ago, we used to do it like over a toaster, which I don't recommend. Kind of burns a cardstock. It's not safe. Don't do that. But that's how we used to do it. But invest in that heat tool. It'll save you burnt paper in the long run for sure. But it'll save your sanity too. It's not safe to do it the way I was doing it. Don't do that. All right. I had to put dimensionals on the back of all of these little flowers. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus for the back of this greetings. Just on like half of it. On the left half of it. And I'm going to start with my greeting. I'm going to put this across the bottom here, just like that. All right, and then we're going to come in and bring in our flowers. And I only put dimensionals right in the center of my flowers so that I can tuck in those leaves. I'm going to do that. I'm going to tuck in a leaf right here. Don't cover up your greeting. And we're going to tuck in a leaf right here, just on the side of the greeting there. Is that pretty? You could just stick this on a card. I think that would be gorgeous. All right, some dimensionals on the back of our circle. Peel those off. And we're going to stick this onto our box. And we are almost done. We're going to finish it up with some little sequins. Oh, you know what? Take that off. Take that off. We forgot. I have a little belly band on our box. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a piece. This is a brand new DSP coming. So you can get this one on May 2nd too, or you can put this in your starter kit. This is the Bright and Beautiful DSP. This one is fantastic. It has lots of our new and returning in colors. It is fantastic. If you want to see more of this one, check out the unboxing video that I did last week. So I'm going to take a piece of that. I love this little this little bubble look. And we're just going to put some of our Stampin' Seal Plus along this. Now the 6 inches is not going to go all the way around it, but we're going to cover up that entire center anyway, so I'm not worried about it covering the entire front. So start on the front, just adhere that down, wrap it around, adhering as you go, just kind of burnish those corners, get them nice and secure, and you're ready to go. So there's going to be a little bit of a gap, but don't worry about that, because look, we have our stamped piece coming in. Nobody's ever going to know that there was a little bit of a gap, and you're going to have a nice, beautiful, clean finish all the way around your box. Okay, now we can finish it with our, I have the pastel sequins. These are in the mini catalog, but they are carrying over to the next annual catalog, which I'm so excited about. I just love these things. I've used them so much. So I'm just going to do 3. I'm going to do one up in the top corner there. I'm going to do one right here and one more right down here. And that finishes up our box. We've used some new colors on here. We used a really fun stamp set that is available for purchase now. It'll carry into the new catalog, the Pansy Patch. I just love it. Okay, let's pull out what's inside, because this little box wants to come open anyway. So inside, if you missed it, we have the little Vaseline Lip Therapy box that goes inside there. Fits perfectly. You can also fill this with other fun treats as well. We have our fun little topper for it, our scalloped edge topper, which we did with some partial die cutting. So if you are just joining or you missed part of the video, make sure you go back and check the replay on that. Such a fun little box. This would be great for, like I said, a bridal shower, any just little special gift you want to give out. If you are shopping, please head to my online store. Make sure you use this host code when you shop. If you're watching this on Facebook, I'd love it if you shared it with your crafty friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. That really helps my business grow, and I really appreciate it. Plus, you never miss a video. All right, guys, that's it for me. I will be back next Wednesday again with another super fun project. Oh, no. Don't leave. Remember, I told you guys, stay around to the very end, because I wanted to show you guys some new projects that I've made with some new products. All right, so the Zany Zoo bundle, so this one, and it has the dies. I shared this one last week. This one's coming in the new catalog, so we have the dies, this adorable stamp set. So I made a couple cards with that one. So check this out. Let me move these off to the side. So look how sweet this is. I used some new DSP on here too. Isn't that cute? So lots of new colors on here. And it's a little gift card holder. So it's perfect for sending a little birthday greeting to anybody, but isn't that cute? It's simple, it's cute. There's some new embellishments on there. Super fun, super cute. All right, I have another one. Look at this little guy. Oh my gosh, I'm just in love with that little turtle. He is so fun. I just love this one. So this is just a super simple card. It's just so cute. I just love this. All right, now I wanted to share with you guys all the new in colors. These are specifically the in colors. These are the ones that are going to be around for only 2 years. So I use this stamp set, the Crafting With You. Let me see if I can grab the dies. Here they are. The dies that go along with that. These dies are incredible. I am addicted to these little scissors, and you'll see those in just a minute. But so I use this one, the Crafting With You bundle. It's so fun. And so I made the same card in all of our new in colors, just to showcase our in colors. So this is copper clay. Isn't this cute? Look at that tiny little paper trimmer. It is the best thing ever. And the scissors, I use silver foil for the blades of the scissors. So cute, right? So copper clay. Then we have wild wheat, boho blue. What is moody mauve? I'm still learning the colors, guys. Moody mauve and pebbled path. So these are all the brand new in colors that are coming. You see the same card made 5 different ways, just using those colors, but super cute. I was a little questionable on these in colors, but the more that I am playing with them, the more that I am loving them. So if you're a little bit questionable on these in colors, I know I've heard from a few of you that these are not your favorite in colors, but give them a chance. All of these projects will be posted on my blog later this month, so you can check those out. But look at how cute. And those scissors. I can't get over the scissors. They are my favorite. All right, guys. So that's just a fun little sneak peek of some projects and some products that are to come. But this was today's project, our sweet little box with our with our little Vaseline Lip Therapy inside. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I will be back next Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.